coming back to Mars. We'll land, I believe, on our pile of landers. As you can see from above, I've actually been back here a few times working on various things. I think this is trip number 4, based on the number of landers that we have. So now we gotta figure out how to get off of here without hopefully taking any damage. Good. And let's actually go deal with the piglins first. Now, I am kind of tempted to fly over there. I believe in the backpack we have all the things, as well as the upgrades needed to fly. But it's also like right there, so I don't know if it's really worth it. Either way, let's put down our biplane. I was concerned that this runway wasn't going to be quite large enough, but it looks like it's okay to me. Let's right-click it, let's put fuel in here, and then let's put our upgrades, and then let's go check out our piglin friends. I suspect I'll need this in my offhand, so let's do that. And let's hop on over and see if they want to be friends. Let's actually first cut this thing down. How do I get... how do I get a red fungus? I guess I crush this up. We can actually do that in a sec, because I think that might be a thing that we need to do. So let's collect a few of these actually first, and then let's go find the piglins. So we're back at the piglin, or whatever these guys are called, moon pigs, base, Mars pigs. Now let's see if they're still angry at me. It doesn't seem like it. It seems that they're friendly. So I guess we want to give them a coin. Also, yeah, no, these guys have crossbows. So if I give you a coin, he considers the coin hygro, and he gave me some netherrack. Oh, wow. Exciting. Let's do some more trades. What exactly do I need to do here? Observation. I guess we just keep doing this until we get something? I don't know. We got Crimson Nelium. Actually, that's kind of cool. That's at least something unique. How about you? Would you like a coin? They're all really desperate for their coins as well, it seems. What will you give me? Nuggets of experience? Sure. Let's give this guy a coin. Oh, no, he stole it. These guys don't seem very kind towards each other. A single ice shard? Gee, thanks. Let's head inwards and see if we can get something more interesting. I think I also figured out that the jump height is 2 blocks. Which is unfortunate because this is 5 blocks tall. Let's go find a guy in here who we can trade with. There's a whole bunch of you in there. Let's see if I can find just one guy. I also kind of get the impression I did not need to make this piglin idle thing. But you know what? That's okay. You guys, how would you like a coin? What will you give me for said coin? Oh, an ancient debris. Okay, that's pretty good. If we head over here, looks like we've got some more stuff. Let's head to the top and let's see what's over there. There is a loot chest there, and I would love to go into it, but I don't want them to attack me. Hello, people at the top of the tower. What happens if I give you a coin? What will you give for me? The guy without the armor is... Okay, you got that? Some copper? Sure. We got 3 more coins. Trade. What will you give me here? What is that? Oh, rod lead? Sure. We got 1 more. Gold pants got it. And he gave me some blaze powder. Alright. Well, that doesn't seem to have figured out what to do here. I guess maybe I need to do more of these? I don't really know. So we're going to try to make this snappy, but what we're going to do is we're going to build a stone growth generator, as we did on the moon. We're going to put one up here as well. Let's get some more torches just so we get a little bit more light. It is starting to get dark out, and I'd rather not have to deal with any sort of nonsense. So I believe, if I remember correctly, this thing goes... not where I thought it went. I thought it went in the middle. It apparently goes here. That actually probably means that we need to raise this entire thing up by 1. Which is fine. But if we want the output to be up here, then it needs to be here. So... is there a ghost opening my chest? I don't know. Either way, this is going to go here. 1, 2, 3, like so. Do I have anything in here that I can use as base? Not really. Grab our glass. Like so. And then we need lava. I don't actually know if I've shown me making one of these things on camera before. But this is how we do it. It's not too bad. And then we don't miss with that last one. And this should now be running, and it's making some Mars cobblestone, which is exactly what we want. The next thing we need is we just need an andesite funnel to filter stuff out of here. And this should, admittedly very slowly, I kind of think I need to bring like a speed controller to speed this up. But it is very slowly producing cobblestone. That cobblestone is going to get ground up into a couple different things. And one of those things is going to continue getting processed down this direction, which is why we have these. So the Mars sand we can put into here. We can then switch this around so that it accepts this. I actually kind of wonder if this shouldn't be a trash can, but that's fine. So basically now we just wait to see if it makes anything else. And hopefully my oxygen will last that long. And there is one of the things that we want to see. The infernal spires are actually the thing that we want to keep processing. So we're going to let this continue on through instead of filtering into this funnel here. The infernal spires are probably going to make us magma cubes, which we don't really care about, and that's what's going to go in here, like this one did. But there's a very slim chance for these to make netherite scrap, basically. So these just go straight into the trash can because we really have no need for them. But there's the other thing we wanted to see, which was some ostrum. That's going to go into here. I wasted an awful lot of my ostrum by accident because I did not realize that you can't actually smelt it the normal way. We're going to need hellfire for that, which we don't have yet. Either way, we have this all set and running. It didn't take too long, you can tell by the oxygen. The last thing I wanted to do while we're up here is test out the biplane. We put those upgrades in there, so those should all be good to go. That's not quite what I meant to do. But if we hit E, we have lots of charcoal, we got our various things. This is going to increase our engine power, which is good. However, it does increase the cost of the fuel. I don't know what air friction is, but I figured maybe that will help us fly a little bit better. This gives us even more engine power, and this gives us minus 20 fuel requirement, so we don't have to deal quite with that 50. We only need to deal with 30. So let's get this turned on. And we are the first people to fly a biplane on Mars. This is already so much faster than it was. So let's have a quick spin. Let's see if we can find that last biome that we were missing. I do like that this puts you into third person. I think that would be awful to try to do. Otherwise, I did want to see if there's anything on top of these giant mountains. I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. That's okay, though. It is very impressive looking. Let's dive down this way a bit. There's another piglin house. There's another massive... Is this just one? Ooh, that's kind of weird looking. I do not think that that probably spawned in how it's supposed to. This isn't a different biome, though, is it? Oh, we're going a little bit fast. Also, probably don't want to go straight up. I feel that that's going to stall us out. This is a gigantic mountain. Like, what the heck? There's another piglin placed down there. This thing seems to just go to the top. Yeah. Really weird terrain. And my computer does not like how this is processing. There's a piglin house on top of this giant mountain, which is kind of impressive. But we still haven't found that last type of biome. Is that a platypus? No. There's another one of these temples. We'll have to check those out eventually. That is a new structure. Let's see if we can bring it down. Let's glide in. What is this? This looks like another portal to me. Alright, easy landing. And it's flat enough that we should be able to take off, no problem. Let's just check the map real quick. Where are we relative to base? Quite a bit northeast. The piglin areas seem to be fairly common. But yeah, this just looks like a regular old nether portal. It's weird that this spawned over here. We get feather falling golden boots and a bunch of ingots. Not the most exciting thing here, if I can be super honest. But that's fine. Let's jump back in. How's our fuel doing? We're at 45, so it does chew through fuel pretty quickly. But that's fine, we got a lot of it. And let's keep going. I do wonder if this isn't the last piece of terrain. These giant mountains, and I just need to like actually stand in them rather than fly around them. I don't know. Also, this is so much more effective than the old... Is that another portal? I think it is. Looks like it. Then the trains, this is so much faster. It's so much easier to get around. Yeah, let's head back to base, because we are starting to run low on oxygen. Oi. It is a little bit laggy, my computer, even though it's fairly good, is kind of struggling. Although I do like this sort of bluish, orange-ish color scheme that's going on here. So how far away are we? We're about 1 kilometer. Let's keep going. Let's fly back across this biome. We should see our piglin friend base somewhere pretty soon. That's where our piglin friends live. And there's our runway. So let's slow down our engine. And let's bring it in for a nice landing. And we'll cut the engines. And we've landed. Nice. Oop, slightly off the runway. Let's try and get this turned around. Oh, nope, cut the engine. Okay. There we go. Good enough. Alright, we need to get our rocket back from up here. Let's go ahead and break these, because we don't need these ones. We do need this one. Let's put it on here. Let's fuel it up with our last bit of fuel. And let's get on out of here. Wait, one last thing. Hopefully I have enough oxygen to do this. Did this make any... No, okay. No netherite debris. Oh no, I'm stuck in the thing. Oh, this is really bad. This is bad. That was not good.
One eternity later.
Well, that didn't quite go to plan. I'm also realizing that my rescue attempt, I probably should have brought more oxygen. Let's get out of here. Before we die again. And away we go. Back to Earth. Don't love the lag while we're trying to land. It feels like not the best thing. Alright. We're back. I think I'm going to need to take a quick breather before we go on to the next part.